My name is Danny Ross, and welcome to the AI Lunch and Learn Wednesday session. We focus in on sales and marketing today. And one of the things that I get asked quite a bit is, just making sure how do I register? So I'm going to record this so everybody can understand. So when you go into the platform, you're going to land in the main menu system here. And you're going to start here and start here where you can watch the videos and understand. And there's some special videos in here where you can go in, watch some of the videos on how to use particular apps. And one of the things right below that is the AI Lunch and Learn section. And for each of these, what you want to do is register by clicking the link, and then directly to the right is an add to calendar. So I get a lot of people that said it didn't show up in my calendar. So remember, you can do both, register and click on add to calendar to make sure it's there so you always have a reminder. Okay? So that was something that I got questions on this week. And down here, you can see all the videos that you may have missed on any particular topic. Go ahead and just click it. You can watch and catch up on any of the videos that you may have missed in the past. All right. In the chat, feel free to put your questions. I've also, for this session, allowed you to speak if you want to speak. You don't have to. I'm just letting you know that you have the option to be able to do that. Okay. So if you have a question, just put it in the chat or you can come off of mic. All right. Today, as we talk about sales and marketing, there are a ton of different sales and marketing tools in the platform. One of the ones I wanted to get to that I have not spent a lot of time on, actually, I may have spoken about it on one of the Tuesday calls. It gets so confusing as to which ones I've already trained on and which not. Somebody on the call, tell me, have I trained on how to use and build your emails in the marketing email builder? Do you guys remember seeing that this week?
No.
Okay. All right. So let me touch on this one. So this is because today I'm also going to get into the lead gen specialist tool, which will help you with building emails and getting the word out about your business. So we're going to do a combination of sales and marketing, focusing today on email, and then I'll also touch on other lead gen topics. But the way the marketing email builder work, it's part of the sales and marketing family of AI tools. There's quite a few of them in here, and you can go ahead and play with them and kind of get familiar with what they do. You can create AI forms, you can make marketing proposals, other people. But this particular tool really does focus in a lot on building websites and things like that, which a lot of you are not in that particular business. But what it is good for is if you want to do something for a client and you want to have a kind of a format, that's a good format to just start with. Sales and marketing hooks, I've shown quite a few times. It's the one that creates the headlines, the eye-catching headlines for you. Bonus idea generator is if you have a particular business, you teach the AI about the business, and then it can give you ideas for bonuses. Like for Annette's business, she's in the apparel business. It gave us create a family reunion kind of checklist ebook. And so that was good. You can build benefit stacks. Benefit stacks, again, people don't buy products or services. They buy benefits. They buy what's in it for them. What do they get out of your product or service? So you want to put that first and front and center on your website before you get into all the features and bells and whistles of what you do. You want to tell people what are their outcomes going to be? How are they going to benefit from using your products? Same thing with objection crushing FAQs. This is a great tool. You put that on your website. Every website needs to have a section on FAQs. The reason why is frequently asked questions. So you want to answer those questions for people as soon as they hit your website or your sales funnel so that they know what to expect when they do business with you. That's the whole point of it, right? Frequently asked questions. You can also create CRM. Easy CRM is a good starter CRM where you can put in your contacts, their names, and email, phone number, etc. And you can send broadcast emails. Again, part of our project today is talk about emailing. And then you can also set up automations. And so automations are manual processes where they do this, fill out a form, it does that. And so today I'm going to show you a system where you don't have to do this process. You give it a list, the lead gen tool, AI agentic tool I'm going to show you. You don't have to do this step by step of traditional email automation. That's the beauty of it. Saves so much time. All right, so sales and marketing. And so we did the CRM. Below that is you can create SEO optimized intros, which are for your website and for email or sales funnels. And then build this focus group. I just updated this app. It's really good. And so what is a focus group? For the old timers, this is where businesses would invite 10, 15, 20 people into a room, feed them some cereal, and ask them how do they like the taste, right? Well, in the age of AI, and actually I should do a demo of this one. I won't do it today, but I'll do it in the future. But this is a really good, really good tool to test market your concept after you've done your business formation under the Big Dream Generator and you have that business brief. That's step one. You should always start there with the Big Dream Generator. After you have that tool and you have an idea of your business, then you can come back and start answering these questions. What would you like to present to the focus group, right? So now you would take your big idea from the Big Dream Generator, the section on what is your big dream, and you drop it in there and add anything you want to add. What type of offering is this? And so you have the ability to choose and type in what you want. Who is your target audience? What kind of feedback are you looking for? And so easy to fill out, similar to the Big Dream Generator, but this is to build out and it creates for you a group of people who can take a look at it. So it'll create 10 virtual avatars or people representing various demographics and structures in life, whether single, married, male, female, all of that. And then you run your idea by them, and the AI will answer as if, that group is responding. So great tool, and it's all under the sales and marketing. Today, I want to touch on the marketing email builder because this is really kind of an important thing. So let's see. I see Annette is on. Let's see. Yep, we have Graceful Threads here. So Graceful Threads is an apparel business focusing in on family reunions, graduations, some sad events, funerals. It doesn't matter. If you need apparel for any of those events, Annette's company can help you with that. So we use her for upcoming family reunions. It's a really good company, Graceful Threads. Anyway, so where I was going with this is we've already done the business brief. We've got a paragraph in here that kind of speaks to a little bit of what the company is about. So now I can have the AI help me write some news blast, right? So there's primarily two kinds of emails that'll help you build. One is if you're doing just a regular email blast out. Or the second one is if you are doing an abandoned cart sequence or an e-commerce type of thing. So abandoned cart just means if somebody came to your website, they started to buy, but then they abandoned the cart. They didn't finish clicking the button to convert into a sale. So you want to set up a automation where it will reach out to them over time and try to get them back into the buying mindset. Maybe they got called away and they just didn't finish. So you can build a sequence for that. So anyway, we're going to do an email blast type email. And so news broadcast is just the type of it. You can make it factual, fun, urgent, fair-based. So if your business fixes problems, you might want to start with a fair-based one. Urgent is what it sounds like. And then fun, of course, is just for a business like Annette's where, you want to keep people interested. You can decide on the length of the email. Basically, it's just going to be a sentence or two longer if you go there. And then what is it that you want them to do once they have read your email, start a free trial, give them a call, book now, whatever it is, you want them to reach out to you. Okay, so what's the call to action? And then you can play around with these sliders. Really, you shouldn't have to. Should the email mention price? Again, if it's a price sensitive kind of offer, you want to do that. Use emojis, no, yes. There's a ton of debate on whether you should use emojis in emails. Sometimes it'll get caught by the graphic filters and also spam filters. All right. So, and then you can also add some triggered words, and you don't really need to. Okay. And pick a language, and that's really it. And they'll let to create some emails for you. So we're just going to kick off one, and then we might do one or two. And so you can give it instructions like I'm doing a special for 10% off or something. You can kind of get into the weeds on this, but I just wanted to run one quickly so you can kind of get the idea of it. All right, let's go LLM. So behind the platform, as I've probably mentioned a few times, there are multiple LLMs that react and respond depending on which app you choose that you want to utilize. And this is just one of those that handle it. All right, so what this is doing is the format. I'll give you the format of it. Why planning for trash saves your event? It is one of those, this is actually to me a negative one. But anyway, ignoring trash benefits at big events can lead to fines, fees, and damage reputation. So it's more of an advice kind of email. So this one is to me not very fun or practical. But they're trying to give you content that you can use if you're doing a weekly email blast or a monthly email blast. It gives you a source, so you can kind of quote the source in there. So it kind of has a purpose. I'd give this a one because it didn't really do what I asked it to do. Because I said I wanted it to be a fun email. Let's go back up here. Let's do one more to give it one more shot. The email itself is fine. There's nothing wrong with the email. It's just in follow my instructions. So let's see. Let's see. Family planning events. Let's try give it a better target audience. So it'll focus in on maybe that aspect of it. Let's show you both ways. Another way to do it is, let's see. I should start naming these so I can find them faster. Let's see. World-class product manager. I think it's this. Let's see. Alex Parker. Big Dream Business Consulting. The director. There we go. This is one of them. All right, cool. Now I can drop this in here using this info. Give me 3 emails I can use for a weekly email blast. Inviting prospects to contact me. He's an old school not email marketing guru. I like to use him because they're very aggressive types of emails and headlines and things that he will do. So I'll have it run that. And so now it's running 2 different kinds for me. And again, remember, you can just right click on there. Must-have apps for effortless family events, according to Free Press, 5 apps. So it's telling you how to plan. And so it's kind of giving out free information, if you will, right? Again, the idea is Graceful Tea aligns with this seamless event experience. So it's giving you another idea. Call us. I like the brutality of that sentence, but you would want to probably say something like, feel free to reach out to us, a little bit more marketing friendly. All right. So let's see what we've gotten here. Oh, still working on it, looks like. Yep. All right, let me take you out to the Lead Biz, which is the tool I wanted to talk a little bit about today. And I also wanted to show you how to use that. So I'll open up the chat again. If you have a question, go ahead and drop it in chat. Or if you want to, now is the time to come off of mute so we can continue on here. Let's see if this is finished yet. There we go. Okay, good. So now we've got 3 emails that we can play around with as well. So email 1, ignite your family's legacy today. Transform family gatherings into treasured memories. And then here's the body. And you can do this with the whole name insert thing, right? Where it'll drop in a name. So each one will have the email user's name. Are you ready to create a legacy that your family? So this is a much better writing. And by the way, I can say that this is written, or I should say, it is trained by me on sales and marketing. So this is much better and friendlier. I like this version of these emails much better. Your unique family story worn with pride, right? So now is right to the, what I like about this is it is informative and right to the point of why they should open this, right? So worn with pride, because again, this is a t-shirt and apparel business. So you want to get that right in there at the beginning in your subject and in your email, right? So bring your family's tale to life with custom apparel. You want to have once a week, you want to have a message inviting people why they should come to you. And especially, heading into Juneteenth, you want to have another reason for people to maybe get some family reunions, Juneteenth t-shirts. You want to, market your business and make it appropriate. So again, all really good, three good emails crafted out. I'm going to actually drop these into the chat for Annette. These are actually pretty decent. I'll drop them into the chat. And of course, you can take them and modify them for your business. This particular group is for Annette, yes, but you can take the same format and use them in your business. Just make them appropriate. Chat has a limit of so many characters, so I got to break them up here and drop that in there. These are all pretty good. So I like this one in particular for Juneteenth and reminding people to celebrate, but also giving that heritage message. So it's a dual purpose, as they say. All righty. All right. So that is running. Perfect. All right. So let's go and take a look at LeadBiz. So what is LeadBiz? LeadBiz, I think most of you on here have seen me speak on it a little bit. Annette, you came off mute. You wanted to say something?
Oh no, you told me to come off mute.
Okay, so where were we here? All right. So everybody needs to get the message out. I showed you the CRM system with the automation that you can do there, where you basically say, people come to my website, they fill out a form. Next, I want you to send an email next, or somebody signs up for your platform. If you have a white label, you want to send a thank you note automatically, or if they download a free ebook or something off of your website, they automatically get a message with the link and so on and so forth. So that's what automation traditionally has been in this space. But today I'm going to show you around LeadBiz, which is a new platform. And you can sign up for free, by the way. If I sign out here, this is the sign out link. This is how new this is. I haven't even had a chance to do my sales funnel on this. I'm really only sharing it with people in the platform at this point, but you can go ahead and sign up. It's free. And just click the sign up button here, and eventually I'll build a full-blown, lead sales funnel for external people not in the platform. There is a link in the platform. It's down here under new apps, I believe. Yes. So you can go from here out to the same place, basically. Anyway, I got to play around with that, see what its challenge is, why it's not going out there automatically. But the lead is in the link there. Where was I going? Okay, so after you have signed up, you're going to get dropped into it. So I'll show you around a little bit of what it looks like, and then I'll get into actually how to configure it so you can get started immediately. Get this thing running and humming as well it is. You'll see it rolling out emails every couple of seconds and every couple of minutes. And what is interesting and unique about it is you'll see it's running people towards the same exact place, meaning this particular goal that I have set, prompt or whatever you want to call it, I have it running towards setting up an event, which is just my regular every 2 weeks free AI in 1 hour webinar that I had just last night. And I'm trying to wake up a list. So I have about 7,500 emails in my contact list to ask them to come to visit, to sign up for done for you services. So you can create as many lists types and as many goals as you need to run your business. So this is just one example. And what I love about the platform, because it's agentic, it's not following rigid automation model. You can see each one of these emails for the most part are unique. So don't miss out. Level up with the latest AI webinar. Transform your AI curiosity into mastery. Join our live webinar. Transform your AI curiosity into, actually, this is the same one because it's Hi Ray. This one is that one. So you can see that it uses different subject lines. Elevate your AI skills in just 1 hour. It's going to reach out, join our exclusive 1 hour. So by it having a unique subject line, it's less likely to get caught up in the spam filter. So this tool has built-in rails and guardrails to keep you on track and help you stay out of trouble with spam filters. If you get a bad email reputation, your emails will show up either into the spam folder, worst case, or even if they're not caught that way, they could end up in the other. I have my primary inbox, and then the AI filters out everything and throws it into other, all right? And so you don't want to be thrown into the other, because if you have emails like I do, I never read the other. Okay. So you want to be in the primary inbox. And the way to do that is to appear to the AI monitoring the spam that you are an important and legitimate email sender. Okay. So you just want to set that up that way. Annette, is this hooked up to your email or one through this app? Oh, good question. I'll show you that in the settings in just a second. The answer to the question is you're going to hook it up through your business email. And you can, if you don't have one, what's great is you can set one up directly in this app in conjunction with the platform. So I'll show you how that works. All right. So you have join us today for a 1 hour webinar. And so you have different messaging going out. But what I wanted to also show you is I loaded up a list of 1,000, actually less than 1,000. I got 999 contacts, all right? By the way, it limits you to 1,000 a day right now in its current status. And the reason why we do it that way is we want to keep your email reputation really, pristine while you build your email reputation. So it keeps you out of trouble. So you can add 1,000 contacts every day until you get to however many total you have while you warm up. It's called warming up your mailbox or your mail server. So you want to appear to all of these spam filters as a nice, friendly, non-spammy email server address, okay? So it's rolling them out. So right now I'm only testing one goal and I'm just asking people. I'm not trying to book meetings. I'll show you one where I was booking meetings in just a second, but this one, you can see the open rate is about 39%. Now, this list is a list of people who have signed up for one of my AI webinars somewhere in the past. Okay, so this is a little bit warmer list than a totally cold list. So they've at least shown some curiosity about AI. And that's why I'm getting such a high, ridiculously high open rate, by the way. But even so, I have this same list that I've run through regular traditional email blasts, like send out 500 an hour or whatever. And I've gotten nowhere near this open rate. So the reason why the open rate works is because it's slow, it's purposeful, it's individual and unique on each email. So even if you only have 100 emails of prior customers and you're reaching out to them and you can get a 40% open rate, and then you can see what the reply rate will look like, that is amazing. And that is what you want to be able to show for your business. So for example, here, this one, let me go back here. Hold on a second. So this is one of the other tools I can show you. They all have different names, but mine is called LeadBiz.ai. But this one, you can see where I'm testing it. And this one, I'm actually only testing a goal with I have some of my AI webinar contacts. I'm actually not doing anything with them right now, but I have my Stripe customers. Mine is the email addresses and things are hidden, so you don't see people's private email addresses. But these are the Stripe customers that we're testing this with. And if you are an existing customer of mine, you should actually have gotten one of these emails because I have a goal in here where I set this up and I want it, and this is an example one. I'll drop this into the chat and as well. Oops. Do this. I'll actually drop this into the chat. Control C. Let's see if anything in here would be. Yeah, you don't want to just copy this verbatim. This is just an example for you. Oh, let's try something here. I'll just grab a document here for our purposes. Sample prompts. There we go. That's what I want to give you guys. Sample prompts. All right. So I'll give you send an email to users who have purchased anything in the last. Okay, perfect. This will work. I will drop this into the chat for you guys. And so this will give you some place to start. And of course, you want to edit it so that you get exactly what you're looking for. Lead sample prompts. There we go. And I'll just grab it from here, give it to you guys, right, downloads, lead biz, and boom, it's in there for everybody. Okay, so that'll keep you guys occupied. There's 3 prompts in there that will take you around the world and get you going so you can play around with it. It might not let you guys. I just realized you may not be able to open that. Let me give it to you a different way. I need to put it in a shareable folder so that you can click on it and get access. My apologies. Okay, so this is a prompt. And so let me walk through it quickly so you can see the format of it, and then we'll get to the back end. Send an email to users who have subscribed for the last 30 days. So you're setting the goal. The prompt is telling the AI what you want done. Send a short personalized message no longer than 2 to 3 sentences. Use a casual human tone. Use the first name if available to address them. Use a catchy email subject. So all of the things that you wanted to do. And then you can tell it what to do next if they get a reply. If they express interest, suggest a few dates on my calendar and book them. If they answer that they're happy, so this is kind of a survey email. If they answer that they're happy, create a short positive review, including any comments from them, and ask them if it's okay to post on their website. So once they do that, then you're going to send them calendar dates from my calendar. If they're not happy, give them the support email address. The initial email can be sent any time of the day, but after that, wait 30 to 60 minutes before replying. After 2 attempts, change the outbound attempts to 30 days. So you giving it explanations. So it sent 295 emails. Its open rate was 57%. Now, these are existing customers. 169 opens of the 295, and the reply rate was 7%. So if anybody has been in this business sending emails, all of those numbers are ridiculously high. All right, so that was my Stripe following up on existing customers and looking at them being happy. So for example, this one here, I showed this last night. I said, hi, Denise, hope you're doing well. Just wanted to check and see how experience with BillBiz is going. Then Denise replied back, I'm really enjoying my experience with BillBiz. So then the AI responded, I didn't touch it. It did it by itself, saying, hey, I'm glad you're happy. You can see it suggested a few dates and times that it pulled right from my calendar. She didn't respond on the 23rd. It sent it on the 24th. It sent it again on the 25th. Finally, yes, yeah, yes, I'd like to meet. And so then it set it all up, and finally it scheduled it out for April 30th. Okay. So my point of all of this is a very powerful tool for busy entrepreneurs like yourself. You set it and forget it kind of thing. So you can tell it what the goal is, what the parameters are, and let it go. And it'll run and it'll keep bugging people in an appropriate way until you tell it to stop or you turn it off. So all you do is to stop it is just turn that off. It'll track your bounce rate, which is if your emails are bad. So if you have a cold list, you'll probably have some in there. And then, of course, if somebody unsubscribes, it'll track their do not disturb. You can see here, it booked 3 meetings coming up. Overall, I think I got 5, 6 meetings out of this very small sample of existing emails that I have. And so each one of those has a potential to be X number of dollars. So you want to have this running for you in the background, setting appointments, driving people to events, driving people to sales funnels, any of the above. And it can be responsive the other way, right? So if you have a sales funnel that you're running an ad on anywhere, you can have it drive people to a form. That form they fill out will inform the AI what to do next. So you can say in the, when you get a reply, do this. When you get this particular email, a particular form reply, or something from a customer, do this thing. So it depends on where your form is, of course, but you can usually get your form emailed to you, and then you can have the AI agent reply to that form inquiry. If it's a request for information, you can train it up on what to say, or if it is normally it requires a sales agent to kind of step in, and that's what this is. It'll do that sales functionality for you. So super easy to work with. I talked about contacts and lists. So you can easily set up and work with your existing lists that you have. And the way that you get lists into this is you go to lists here and you add a new list, right? You give it a name. Today's list, right? The most efficient way to do it is to simply come here. You can add manual contacts one at a time, but of course you probably are going to have an existing list of 100 people, 1,000 people, whatever. You can choose a CSV file and upload that file. Right now, we're only capturing the name, email, and phone number because we are eventually going to be using it to do SMS as well. So we're going to do email, we're going to do SMS, and eventually we're going to do voice. So we're going to do all three. So it's going to be a really fun platform. You can see it's starting to, in the contact settings place, you can go in and set up the information. Let's talk about what you need to set up, right? So of course you need so let's do this. Let me sign out. And let's sign up so you can kind of see it from the beginning. Oops. Can't type today. And give it I can do, well, I got so many email addresses for this personality, crunkcity@gmail.com, or I could do danny@crunkcity.com. I got lots of email addresses. And so you can create a quick email. We'll use this one. And let's see, organization name, this would be Crunk City. Right. As I said before, the sign up is free, so you can create whatever you want to do. And so I had it's going to send out an email to me. Hopefully this won't take too long. I love when I'm doing live demos and I forget that it's going to send out an email. Oh, there it is. Do you have any questions while I do this?
Hey, Danny, I was wondering,
Yes, go ahead.
does this have the capabilities to go in our emails and scrape emails and put them in a list?
No, not right now.
Okay.
Yeah, you're going to have to grab those yourself right now.
Hey, if you're still generating, I have a quick question. And my question
ahead.
is, will this platform create a email account that is not a Gmail or a Yahoo account? Like, so it'll be whatever at something non-Gmail.
Of course, absolutely. So yes, absolutely. And that's what if you're going to send out business emails, you need a business email
Yes.
address to answer your question. All right. So it did that. All right. So let's copy. Wow. I bet I did not. And oh, Danny, I'm so tired. Okay. Sorry, folks. I totally did not grab that email address. I mean, that password. So now I don't have a password. All right. Let's try this again. Anyway, that's the setup of it. So very easy to do. And let's go back here. I knew that it was going to happen. I don't need to resend my verification because I just gave it the okay, and it dropped it into Safari because Safari is my default. I'm on a Mac, but I use Chrome for business. And do I remember my password? No, I do not, because silly me, I forgot to do it. So let's do that. Not now, not now. That is hilarious. I just went through the whole process, right, of doing this so that you guys could see how easy it is. And then I forgot to save the password myself because I use a password manager for everything, simply because trying to remember your password is the very simplest way of getting your passwords stolen on the internet. You want to always use a password manager. So, all right, new strong password. There we go. I have a new strong password. I have saved it. I only make mistakes once. I try to avoid making them multiple times. All right, so I've got the password. I have now saved it, and let's go. Let's go. What is it doing here? Set new password. Good. Set new password. Not now. And so let's put the password in. Grunk City. And let's try this again. grunkcity@gmail.com. New password, log in, and save that password. Hey, we are in. All right, so we have the new password finally in there. And so when you come in, you're going to see that you have 000s everywhere. And so you can decide where you want to start, but obviously you need to go start by setting up the information. So you can pick an address, whatever your address is for your business, 30326, and save that. You can add people to your platform. They can sign up there. And this is the question that everyone was asking. How do I set up my email domain? So you have a couple of things. You have your sender domain. So you want to set it up. Oh, by the way, we give you a free $1 so you can start sending emails. You want to set up and configure all of your email settings by setting up your sender domain. And so what I recommend you do, if you don't have a business domain, go to business formation section in the platform and sign up for a business email. And then under, this is Danny, make sure I'm a user in this one. You can go here and you can get a business email. And so you just click this and type in your name, and you can set up your email based on whether you already have one or you want to create a new one, right? So this is where having your own domain, you can use your own domain. If you can buy a domain and you can create an account, it's $3.99 a month. So dirt cheap. You can get your own email address, business email address. If you don't want to use one in the platform and you want to use an external email server, my favorite is Google Workspace. It's relatively inexpensive and you get all of the features of Google. Plus, it integrates automatically with pretty much everything in the platform, including Super Agent, setting up your Stripe gateway. It's just the most friendly for integrations. So I would recommend Google Workspace if you don't already have one. And then you can also set up your email server by utilizing that new domain that you've selected if you want to, or if you have an existing domain, like I have buildbiz.ai. And if I go here, let me go back into this one here. I can show you around the back end because I've already set this up, so save some time. So this is BuildBiz, and you can see Danny from BuildBiz.ai. So when you're setting up your sender name, you want to use your own name, not a company. People, again, buy from people. And then you can set it up to be Danny at whatever you've added as your email server. So now, what's the difference between your email server domain and your regular domain. So my regular domain here is buildbiz.ai, which everybody knows. That's how you have that foundational domain name. And then you can create a subdomain by putting something in front of it. So a subdomain, you can put in email.buildbiz.ai if you want to be, descriptive of what it is. It's just like when you go to sign up you want to log into the platform, it is app.buildbiz. So, right. So this is the subdomain of BuildBiz. And if you guys don't know what I'm doing, again, we offer done for you services where we can set all this up for you. But I just wanted to show you, somebody was asking, how do I set this up? So you can
Thank you.
no problem. And so you can go ahead and set all these things up in the platform. Let's see. Reload. All right, so we'll go back into what I was showing you, which is, where is it? Over here. There we go. All right, so you can set up your email address and then set up your domain, and I'll show you how to do some of this stuff too. So like if I click on configure, and you tell it what subdomain you want to use and what domain name you want to use. So this is where you tell it specifically, and then it will give you instructions on how to set up your email server. If you bought the domain in the BuildBiz platform, you don't have to do all this connectivity stuff, okay? That's the beauty of buying it in the domain. You don't have to do all of this. Once you've bought the domain, it'll automatically add an MX record for you. It'll automatically add the A records for you, CNAME records, all of those complicated things. That's the beauty of buying it in the domain. So all you have to do is tell it what you're going to use as your MX server. So, or your mail server, excuse me. And so this is where it's the EM, and then now it's pointed to, and it'll give you what you need to copy paste. So like say I use GoDaddy for this one, because I created this way before I started the platform. So if you have I have like 40 domains in my arsenal in GoDaddy. So if you have one that's outside of the platform, essentially you just copy these values into those GoDaddy records under the DNS. If you don't know what I'm talking about, just ask us to set this up for you. We've got 3 VAs to help you set all this up. It is complicated in some ways, but it's also simple if you've done it before. And you have to set up an MX record, 2 MX records, a TXT record, and a CNAME record. If you don't know what I'm talking about, don't worry about it. Just ask us to do it for you, and we'll take care of it for you. You can see once you've got your email set up on your server, you can go into your wallet, and basically in your wallet, you can go in and add a card that you're going to use to pay against. And somebody asked, what does it cost? And so in the setup of it, you can actually will set pricing based on, let me see if I can get back in here so I can show you how you scale the pricing. Hold on. All right, so let's use this one here. Let's look again. Sorry, Chrome is fighting me here. It's keeping the caching alive I'd have to go in and clean out the history for today so it wouldn't stop me from getting in here. All right, actually, let me sign out from DJ Paradox and log in as Digital Express. Settings. So one of the things I didn't mention so far is not only can you use the platform for free, but just like the platform, BuildBiz platform, you can use this tool and white label it and make money off of it. Okay, good. Now that I've finally gotten here, I can go into here and talk about pricing. So in the pricing section, you can set what it's going to be for your white label. So in mine, I have set up, let's go back here, manage integrations, calendar, I'm looking for the wallet settings. And so regular emails, okay. I have not sent any regular email blasts. I've only sent these. So these are running at about 4 cents an email. And these are 67 cents per 1,000, if I remember correctly. Give me 1 second here. It's actually under, where is it? Manage white label. See, there we go. All right, so you can actually go in here and set, once you decided on your white label settings, what does it work out to? So customer price, I've set it right now at 97 cents per 1,000. If you're sending out an email blast, like same subject line to 1,000 people, right? And if you're setting it out to a group of people under your white label, you can set the price point. And right now it is 6 cents per email. And what's great about that is when you start your own white label, you can go ahead and set it to whatever you want it to be as well. So that's the beauty of this tool is you have both options. And so you can use mine, you set up your own white label and charge whatever you want to charge for setting it out. So it is a really powerful tool and it gives you a lot of functionality as far as what it costs to your customer base. Hopefully I answered that question. Let's go back to the settings because I want to finish that part of it. So I have shown you the email. The next thing you need to do is set up your integrations. If you have a Deal.ai or BillBiz account, you would want to set it up and connect your account to your BillBiz account. If you have Stripe, you want to connect it and set it up. If you have Google Calendar, you want to connect it and set it up. We will be adding more calendar types in the near future, but right now the only integration for calendaring is Google. Eventually we'll have Outlook and we'll have all the other ones as well, okay? So again, you just connect it in with those, and so now it'll automatically, like for instance, if you add people to your Deal.ai, it'll add them to your CRM system there. But more importantly, you can tag in any existing domains that you've purchased in your system. So it makes it super easy to manage your domains because you've bought them. You don't have to do all that MX connectivity stuff that I just showed you. Next thing is you want to upload a list and then you want to take that list and set a goal. And so once you've set that goal, you can then run it in one. And as I said, I'm going to give you guys the prompts to play with, but this is an example prompt here. And the beauty of the prompt sync system is it's super easy to actually do. You don't have to overthink it. It's all in English. It's very easy to do. And you play with it. I have tweaked this prompt a few times because I noticed that sometimes it would keep sending emails. So I tell it after 2 attempts, change the outbound attempts, reduce it so that it doesn't keep pounding away at people. I'll pause here because we do have to stop at 2 o'clock. See if you guys have any questions. And by the way, it's free. Go in and play with it. You can't go wrong. And if you have a question, just send me an email at danny@digitalexpress.ai and I'm happy to answer those questions. Please go ahead and ask your question. So do you guys have any questions that I can do for you or answer for you? You guys are super quiet today. Was this helpful as far as, oh, actually somebody's typing because I didn't up. Sorry, I'll let people, there you go, Joel. You can go ahead and speak. And I do have to jump in 30 seconds because I am running for my next appointment. But go ahead and ask, go ahead and.
The other question I had was, can you add the images to the?
Not right now. Right now, we're just doing text. And there's a whole debate in email marketing of whether you should have images. And the reason for that is depending on the spam filter, depending on the people's settings, sometimes emails with images never ever get through the spam filter. So it's actually safer to not have images in there. It's pretty, but it doesn't actually help your email conversion rate.
Okay, thank you.
Anybody else have a question? Righty. Well, I am glad I was able to help a little bit, and I'll put this recording together. And I see everybody here who's on there. I will send you an email with that document so that you guys can go ahead and do your thing. All right. All right, everyone. Bye-bye. I got to jump to my next call. I'll see you guys later.
Have a good day, brother.
All right. Bye-bye.